Pip, aka Trace at PipFish.com radio. It's November 3rd, Saturday, at around, I don't know, like 9 a.m. What was I gonna say? Got a little bit, got my intro song, so. Pound any sec, pound it to the bleachers, pound any sec, pound it to the bleachers. So we got maybe I should do the Whitey Cracker song as my intro for now, or maybe for good. Be like, what was I gonna say? I'm the de facto leader of a movement, screaming hack the planet back in '99. Hacktivism in its prime, purple hair had the dot mill rooted. What else do I want to do? Maybe I want to kick some freestyle, sing a bit. So I'm gonna start singing on my show. I'm gonna start rapping and singing as well, probably, and then just talking shit, Well, not talking shit, saying shit, and singing and rapping and shit. Throwing shit out there, you know what I mean? Let's see. What do I want to say? I wish I knew some more songs. What do I want to talk about now? Let's say bias is always good. Like, you got bias in the world where people are like, don't use certain words. That's not what America's about. So when some dude's like, dude, don't say nigga. Dude, if you say nigga, I'm gonna say nigga. You know why? Because that perpetuates racism. You know what I mean? Like me calling you a nigga, my nigga. You know what it means, I know what it means. It means I'm not racist. It means like, we're niggas, Like, saying nigger is bad. But saying nigga, it's like, dude, if you say it, I should say it, because it's perpetuating racism. So that's the thing about bias. It's like people want to, that's what the Nazis did. They removed words and shit. They're like, you can't use this word. And I'm like, we should all use the same words. When I don't even see race. I'm the least prejudiced person on the planet. I would talk to disabled people, you probably wouldn't. I talked to some dude with Down syndrome if it was legal and legal implications were cool. Like, I knew I wouldn't hurt them, but they wouldn't hurt me or anything, and they were safe, all that. I would talk to fucking someone with Down syndrome, no problem. Chill with them all the time if I knew it was cool. Knew it was cool with their parents, knew it was legal. So that's why I'm less prejudiced than just about anyone, I talk to anyone. Anyone that I like. But I'm saying there's the possibility for me to talk to someone with Down syndrome. Or talk to anyone, really. There's a possibility for me to talk to anyone that I don't dislike a lot. But what was I saying? Yeah, bias and shit, man. You all use the same words, man. You don't remove words. You don't remove a fucking word, dude. Bias and shit. What else is there about bias and all that shit? You say shit like, let's see. When talking about biases is like, I talk to homeless people. Homeless people are normal, man, I talk to anyone, really. Oh, there's a cop. I talk to anyone, really. Homeless people are normal. You know what I mean? Homeless people are normal. But, I talk to just about anyone. Like, I talk to homeless people. I talk to anyone because it's moral and shit. It's like normal and shit to talk to anyone. So I talk to just about anyone. But what else was I gonna say? How about, let's see. We talk about bias and all that shit. It's like bias in prison and shit. It's like, dude, I talk to gays. I talk to lesbians. I talk to queers. I talk to anyone, really. No, that's not a disrespectful thing. I guess some people like to be called queers. Some people like that. I'd even, you know, I don't know about that one. Let's see. When you talk about like bias and shit, you even have bias in the judicial system. Like a cop actually doesn't really follow the laws perfectly. Like they'll, in my opinion, they'll pull over people biasly. Like they'll be like, I'm gonna pull over this guy that's going 90, but I'm gonna ignore everyone that's going 10 miles above the speed limit. They're being biased with the law. Just like if they're targeting a black person, and they're like, this dude is driving, and he's black, so I'm gonna pull him over and give him a ticket instead of this white dude. So it's the same thing when it comes to speeding, when they're biased on the road, because they're like, I'm gonna let all these people speed by, and they got time, they can pull over everyone. You know? Most of the time when you see a cop, they're on the side of the road, not pulling over anyone, and you see everyone fucking going like 90 miles an hour by. Like, I see it all the time. I see it fucking all day. So they're being biased with the judicial system. With, what else is there, man? Yeah, so there is a lot of bias in the world. You know, and there's bias even like with people that people are attracted to. Everyone's got bias in some way. No one's perfect, but like someone's only attracted to someone who's 10 feet tall and like fucking 77 pounds of extra muscle, so they're like 230 or 300 pounds or something. It's like, holy shit, for 7 feet tall, 200 pounds, it's like, you got a bias, man. You're not looking at people, you're being superficial. You're looking at people based on what their physical aesthetics are. You're being superficial. When you have a bias, you're like, I'm only interested in people who look like this. You're being superficial and biased. You know what I'm saying? So everyone's got bias in the world. Everyone's got bias in the world. There's some trucks coming. I didn't film them. I just want to make sure, you know. But as far as I know, I didn't film them. How the fuck? I looked at the camera. It looked like I didn't film them. But yeah, when you talk about bias and shit, most people are pretty biased. You know, in a lot of ways. So like, even like if you don't talk to the people with Down syndrome because they got Down syndrome, you look at them weird, they understand sometimes, man. You know, they understand that shit, dog. Like you like look at them weird. It's like every time someone sees someone with Down syndrome, they go, you know, it's like, damn, dude, that's like what they did to black people, man. Like, you ain't from around these parts, boy. It's like, that's what they did to black people, dog. Don't do that to people with Down syndrome. And they do that to all different types of people. I think also in the judicial system, they should allow people with Down syndrome to use lethal force if they're attacked. Like, not lethal. I don't believe in it. I would never break any laws. But I'm saying, like, and I don't think they should. I think they should amend the law to say, like, someone with Down syndrome gets attacked, they should be able to use a bat, man. You know? I'm just saying, the reason is because they can't defend themselves. You know what I mean? Sometimes. So it's like, if they can't defend themselves, they should be able to use a bat or something, you know? It's like, and it's also moral, because it's like, you know, you're gonna beat up someone with Down syndrome, dog, they should be able to use a bat. Like legally, within the law, they should be able to use the bat. What else is there? You know, I would talk to, if you wouldn't talk to someone with Down syndrome, you wouldn't talk to someone with, you know, a black person, you wouldn't date someone that's 7 feet tall, 300 pounds. You have a bias. Now, certain biases aren't bad. You know what I mean? Like, everyone has a bias. My bias, I have biases. Everyone's got biases. But, you know, certain biases are not bad. But what else is there? But everyone in the world is biases. But you know, certain things. I mean, that's just the judicial system, man. Like cops are funny because you'll be driving somewhere and they'll all be speeding, and they're not going to a call. Maybe it's within the law for them to speed or something. They'll be fucking speeding. They won't pull over one single person. You know, we'll see like all these cars speed by. They'll be like, oh, I'm only pulling over the guy who was 97 miles an hour. Like, they'll be that biased. Like, but everyone's risking each other's lives. There's 100,000 people dying. But you worry about some dude smoking a little bit of marijuana in the fucking privacy of his own home. You know? But there's fucking hundreds of thousands of people dying. It's one of the number one fucking killers in America. And you're worried about some dude smoking a little bit of fucking marijuana. It's like, let's worry about people dying. Let's not worry about people getting paralyzed for life in car accidents. Let's not worry about fucking some dude like sitting in his house like smoking a little bit of weed in comparison. Worry about all crimes, because that's biased to not worrying about all crimes. But like, worry about the fucking ones that matter the most. You know? Shit, dude.